Hey guys! Welcome to Vlogoween day 16. We are over halfway done with October. It's kind of crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy. But I've had a very good time making these videos for you guys. And let's jump into today's video. So today's video, I'm gonna share with you my top 10 favorite Halloween/horror movies. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, the first one, I'm just gonna go through the random stack of DVDs right next to me. So, the first one is this little gem, Resident Evil. I mean, technically, some people would say this is more of like a sci-fi horror, but I'm including sci-fi horror. Because why not? And I love this movie. I love zombies. This movie is actually based on a video game, which most of you probably already know that, but whatever. And it's basically about this girl named Alice who works for this corporation, the Umbrella Corporation. And she's like, I think, I haven't watched this in a while, but I think she's like, she works in their like security weapons, something like that. Basically there's an outbreak of this the T virus that this corporation has made, and it kills like everybody in the building, and she's sent in with other security officials to assess the situation. And along the way a lot of stuff happens, and it's really cool, and you should check it out if you haven't already, because if you like zombies as much as me, you will love it. So yeah, check it out. Resident Evil, I think they've made like an ungodly amount of these movies, but I think the fifth one came out this year, or some fifth or sixth. I think it came out this year, and I'm actually wanting to see it because they go back to the place that they filmed the first movie in, so which is pretty cool. So yeah, go check it out. It's real good. Second movie is Shutter Island, which this is a personal favorite for me because it's more of a psychological crime thriller, I would say. It's not really a horror movie, but I'm including it because I just recently bought it and I just love it. And it's definitely a movie that you can enjoy on a rainy, cold night, snuggled up in your bed with your significant other or your friends or your family, whatever. And it's just, it is a long movie. I think it's over 2 hours long. Actually, yeah. So it is long, but if you're into psychology, like I am, and you love Leonardo DiCaprio, like I do, and you love crime thrillers, like I do as well, you will like it. It's very, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, you know, DiCaprio plays a Marshal Teddy Daniels, and he and this other Marshal, played by Mark Ruffalo, are sent to this insane asylum to figure out this alleged murder that happens, or disappearance. Is it a disappearance or murder? I think it's a disappearance, actually, of this inmate. And along the way, a lot of stuff hits the fan and craziness ensues, and there's a big twist at the end that most people would probably figure out while they're watching the movie, but I'm not the kind of person that figures like that kind of stuff out. Like, when I'm watching a movie, I just watch a movie and I enjoy it. So, but yeah, it's really good. 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend it. Go check it out. Okay, number 3. So next one is Jeepers Creepers, which, I mean, if you're not a fan of Jeepers Creepers, or you haven't seen it and you're a horror fan, then can you really say that you're a horror fan? Because this is like definitely one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's so creepy and scary and suspenseful, and basically it's about this boy and girl who are siblings, and they're traveling home from college on their summer break or spring break or something, and basically they run into this old church, and this guy tries to run them off the road, and by happenstance this guy keeps like coming into their lives, and he's some kind of creature And basically, oh, my nose is so itchy. Sorry guys. Okay. And basically this movie is about this guy, or this creature. And he comes along every 23 years for 23 days. And not to give anything away, but it's really good, it's really creepy, it's really scary. If you like creature thrillers, this is a good one to pick. So yeah, really good movie. Go see it. Justin Long is in it. He's a good actor. And yeah, so go check it out. Next one is the sequel to Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers 2, if you don't know what dos means. This one, I think this one is set like the day after the first Jeepers Creepers stuff happened, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not completely sure on that, I haven't watched it in a while. But it's basically about this group of high school football players and cheerleaders. They're on a bus traveling home from a game, I'm pretty sure. And basically they get terrorized by the creature that I talked about in the first Jeepers Creepers movies, of course. And basically it's just them trying to survive. So it's really good. There aren't really any amazing actors in this movie, which is probably the main reason why it's not like the most amazing, like, talked about horror movie of all times. But overall it's pretty good. I personally like it. It's definitely not as good as the first one, but it's good. So if you like Jeepers Creepers, you'll probably like this, even though it's not as well proclaimed. But yeah, go check it out. Okay, next one is Quarantine, which has Jennifer Carpenter. She's a reporter or a journalist. I think she's a reporter though. And she goes on a night tour with some firefighters in a fire department. And it's like a documentary kind of like it's like a Cloverfield-esque kind of movie, because it's from the perspective of the guy, her cameraman, basically. And so they go to this call that the firefighters get, and basically it's about this woman who is like not, you know, making but basically what I'm trying to say is it's really good. How do I describe this movie without giving anything away? It's basically about her going with these firefighters to this house to assess the situation, and it's really good. It's really scary. It's really scary, so check it out. It's hard to like talk about these movies and not give too much away, admittedly. Next one is Friday the 13th, which honestly, like, I bought this recently, and more than anything, I really like the newer Friday the 13th movies rather than these old ones. But me and my brother and dad watched the fourth one in this 4-part DVD collection last Friday. And I love Jason Voorhees. I love Friday the 13th movies. I personally think he's way better than Freddy Krueger, because I think Freddy Krueger's a coward, because he's not like, you know, he's not willing to be face to face with his victims, which I guess you could say that I guess you could say the same thing about Jason Voorhees, because he wears a mask. But I don't know, I just love the classic slasher, like, and he's a classic slasher in my opinion. And Freddy Krueger, I don't really think he's a classic slasher. He's more of a, which, I mean, you would think that I don't hate Freddy, because he's more of a psychological kind of horror figure, which I kind of like that about him. But I'm just more partial to Jason. I don't know why, I just am. I've just watched Jason for many, many years, and he's just my favorite slasher. So check it out. This next one is like basically like everyone's favorite horror movie of all time. And if it isn't your favorite, then where have you been? But it's The Rain, which, I mean, do I have to say anything about this movie really? Because, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing, and you can't deny it. Like, it's a mystery, it's a crime. It's like a mystery horror crime thriller, and it's amazing. It's so good. I love it. I just watched this. I watched this after I watched the Friday the 13th movie. It's so good. And Naomi Watts is so good in this movie. She's amazing. She's probably one of my favorite actresses of all time because of this movie, and it's amazing. So yeah. And like one of my YouTube subscriptions, Sarah Hawkinson, she loves this movie. She dressed up as Samara, which I'm considering dressing up as Samara for Halloween, and or making a Samara Samara makeup costume video. If you guys would want to see that, let me know, because I love this movie and it's amazing and it speaks for itself. Go check it out. It's about Lorraine. That's all I'm gonna say, because yeah. Okay, 3 more people, bear with me. Okay, the next one is The Conjuring, which is about a family of like 7 people, and well, really it's about Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are basically ghost hunters. It's really good. Go check it out. 2 more, and they're not really scary. Do I have to say it? Hocus Pocus. This isn't a scary movie, obviously. It's more of a Halloween-esque video, obviously. It's about these 3 sisters, Sarah, Winifred, and Mary Sanderson. They're witches, and they are killed by their townfolk. And then a virgin lights a candle, and they come alive, and they try to steal all the souls of Salem, and the children's souls of Salem, to become young again. And that is basically the story in a nutshell. And it's a classic. Everybody loves this movie. I've been trying to get those blind bag Hocus Pocus keychains, but every time I go to a store to look for it, I never find them. I saw them at Spencer's like earlier in the month, but I haven't been back to Spencer's, so maybe this week or next week I can get there. But this is so good. So classic, so good. They're remaking it, which is a travesty. Don't F up things that are perfect already. I mean, I get that this movie came out in 1993. So yes, it's an older movie. My nose is still itchy. It's an older movie, but still, you don't need to remake it. It's not necessary. So yeah. And last but not least is another classic favorite, Nightmare Before Christmas. I personally don't love this movie, actually. I mean, I have it in this list because it's classic and I do like it. But I would say it's not my favorite, but to be honest, I do enjoy watching it every year with my brother. I just love the music. I love the creepiness of it. I do love, like, the fact that it's about Halloween and Christmas. It's a really good movie. It is. And there's a reason why it's classic, because it's really good, it's classic, and it's amazing. So if you haven't seen it already, check it out. And there are my top 10 favorite Halloween horror movies. So I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogoween. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Don't forget to subscribe for more Vlogoween videos if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Stay spooky. Bye.